Let me get to NewsNation's national correspondent, Alex Caprariello. He was in the courtroom today. So that's the big question. When all of that was sort of transpiring on the witness stand, how did the jury, did they look interested? Did they sort of nod in agreement? Like, I always want to know how it lands.
Well, it depended on which DNA expert was actually testifying. We had some lengthy experts on the witness stand today that actually caused the jury to zone out a little bit. You could see them leaning back on their haunches, maybe looking out in the gallery. But then other DNA experts came, and when they were really getting into the nitty-gritty about how DNA is transferred, yeah, their ears start to perk up a little bit. But overall, the message from the final DNA expert was that it's just very unlikely for transferred DNA to pass that many times and still exist. That's the theory. The defense wants the jury to believe that it was actually Mo Wilson carrying Kaitlin Armstrong's DNA all the way to her bike. Obviously, the prosecution says that's not very likely. They think that Kaitlin Armstrong left Kaitlin Armstrong's DNA on the bike.
The other thing I thought was interesting was that one of the experts mentioned they'd been swimming, so it was even less likely that there'd be transferred DNA. But the motorcycle ride happened after the swimming. So let's just put ourselves in the pool for a second, Alex, and we've got wet hair, and then we put the motorcycle helmet over the wet hair and then take the helmet off. Why was swimming an issue? I would have thought swimming would be important if it were after the motorcycle helmet wearing, not before.
Yeah, it all has to do with the highest concentration of DNA, and really when it comes down to it, skin cells are not that strong of a carrier of DNA. Things like saliva and semen carry the highest concentration of DNA. So when you think about swimming in a pool, and we're talking about touch DNA, skin cell DNA from Kaitlin Armstrong, if you take a dip into a pool, a lot of that skin cell is going to wash off, and it's not going to be a good carrier. So that's the reason why so much focus was paid on that deep eddy swim, because if the defense is trying to make the claim that Mo Wilson was carrying Kaitlin Armstrong's DNA, well, then the prosecution is going to point off that a lot of that DNA is going to be washed off in the pool.
I still think that afterwards, they still took a second ride. They got a ride, you know, she got a ride home wearing that helmet, and so didn't swim after that. Well, listen, the jury's going to have to sort that one out. It's all presented to them. One other weird thing, this has nothing to do with the actual trial itself or Colin Strickland's testimony, but we saw him like arriving and leaving from the courthouse today, and he had a dog with him. It just seemed very strange that he would be bringing a dog into the courthouse where he knew he was going to be up on the stand. What was the story there, or do we even know?
That's a great story. I don't have an answer for you. Obviously, I've seen a lot of people theorizing about it. We had seen him make several negative run-ins with the media last week when he was pushing over cameras and stuff. So perhaps someone said, hey, maybe you need an emotional support dog, or maybe it's a way to gain favor in the eyes of the public. Who knows? All we know is that he was carrying a very cute little dachshund out of the courthouse today.
And we didn't see him go up on the stand or take it into the courtroom, right? I would assume the judge would have something to say about that.
Yeah, in fact, we saw that they tried to bring the dog into the courtroom, and the bailiff very promptly and quickly said, no, that ain't happening.
So that's interesting. Maybe it was an emotional support animal, and that's why he was trying to bring it into the courtroom. Real quickly here, Kaitlin said she has no interest in testifying, and I feel like that's the moment that's so dramatic in a murder trial. Take me into the courtroom and describe everything, like what the jury was saying, what the sounds were like, if you could hear her talking to the judge. Take me there.
This was an incredibly dramatic moment today. It was probably the peak moment from the perspective of someone like me who watches everything unfold. They dismissed the jury, and all of a sudden I see Kaitlin Armstrong stand up from her defense table and walk towards the judge. Immediately, my red flags go up. I know something big's happening. You could literally hear a pin drop in that courtroom. Everyone went silent because now there's no microphones. It's just Kaitlin Armstrong, her defense attorney, and the judge all speaking. And so we were listening very closely as we could. You could hear Rick Kofer, that's her attorney, ask her, explain the defendant rights that she has, but then also asking her, do you want to testify? And during this moment, Ashley, I'm looking right at Kaitlin Armstrong. I'm looking at her eyes, and really what I saw, in my opinion, seemed to be a bit of panic, maybe fear. She looked confused. She didn't know how to answer that question. And Rick Kofer had to look at her and say, this is not a trick question. I'm wondering if you want to testify on your own behalf. And so she took a minute to think it over. She eventually just said no. And that's that. That's all that she has to do. And she is waiving that right to testify. They escorted her out of the courtroom. The jury was brought back in. She was brought back in. That's when the judge told the jury, hey, closing arguments are going to begin tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Both sides have rested their case, so get a good night's sleep because deliberations will begin tomorrow.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.